We do it literally every single day, but man, it is one of the trickiest things to get right. I'm talking about communication. It's the reason a tiny, simple comment can spark a massive fight, or why that email you thought was perfectly clear just lands completely wrong. So today, we're going to break down why our messages get so lost in translation and how you can start to see what's really being said.
Oh, you know the feeling, right? You send a quick text, maybe just a few words, and the reply you get is just completely out of left field. It's confusing, it's pretty frustrating, and it happens to absolutely everyone. Well, that little moment of misconnection, that's exactly what we're going to decode today.
See, the problem lies in what we can call the communication gap. It's this invisible space between the words we say and the message the other person actually hears. And spoiler alert, that gap is where all the trouble starts. It's basically a battlefield of crossed wires and missed signals.
Here's a perfect example of how it plays out. You say something totally innocent, like "you're quiet today." You're just making an observation. But the other person's brain isn't just a passive recording device. It's an active interpreter. It's instantly scanning for hidden meaning, asking, okay, why are they saying that to me right now? And, depending on what's going on inside their head, they might hear, they think I'm upset, or even worse, they think I'm slacking off. Same words, totally different realities.
So, if we can't always trust the words themselves, where do we look for the truth? Well, the secret isn't about becoming a human dictionary or obsessing over grammar. It's about looking deeper to understand the fundamental human needs that are driving the conversation just beneath the surface.
And to do that, we're going to pull out a really powerful tool from the world of psychology. This is our key to unlocking all that subtext in our daily interactions, a simplified take on Maslow's motivation theory. Think of it like getting X-ray vision for conversations.
In a nutshell, what Maslow's theory says is that pretty much everything we do, from our biggest life decisions down to the tiniest comments we make in a meeting, is driven by this desire to fulfill some kind of fundamental need. And if we can learn to spot those needs, we can start to understand the real motivation behind almost any message.
Okay, so for our purposes, we're just going to focus on 3 crucial needs that show up constantly in our communications. First up, safety. This is the need to feel secure, to avoid threats, to know what's coming. Second is belonging, that powerful, primal instinct we all have to be accepted and feel like we're part of the group. And third, there's esteem, the need to feel competent, respected, and valued for who we are. Safety, belonging, and esteem. Remember those 3. They're our decoder ring.
Now this is where it gets really interesting. These needs, they aren't just sitting in the background. They actively work like a filter on our reality. They literally change the way we perceive the world and color how we interpret every single message that comes our way. Our perception isn't objective at all. It's totally shaped by what we need in that exact moment.
All right, let's apply this. Think about that coworker who always double-checks your work. The surface message is collaborative, right? Hey, just making sure we're on the same page. But the underlying driver could easily be a need for safety. They're just terrified of making a mistake that makes the team look bad. Or what about a friend's text, haven't heard from you in a while? The words are casual, but the unspoken question is probably about belonging. Are we okay? Am I being pushed out? And that manager who gives that really blunt feedback, this needs to be faster, it might have nothing to do with you. It could be completely driven by their own need for esteem because they're feeling pressure from their boss. See? The words are just the tip of the iceberg.
Understanding this gives you a kind of communication superpower. Seriously, it's the ability to stop reacting just to the surface-level words and to start seeing what's really going on underneath. You can start responding to the person, not just their statement.
So what's the big takeaway here? First, always remember the communication gap exists. Second, know that our brains are interpreters, not recorders. And finally, your key, your secret weapon is to listen for those 3 core needs: safety, belonging, and esteem. That awareness is what gives you the power to truly see between the lines.
This simple shift can change everything. It can turn frustration into curiosity, and it can transform a misunderstanding into a chance for a real connection. So I'll leave you with this. Now that you have this new perspective, what are you going to hear between the lines tomorrow? I really hope this explainer helps you find out.